Now, this is your annual reminder that this is a pop culture channel centered around movies, video games, TV shows, comics, you know, all the viral stuff that happens in the entertainment industry. And I got to say that because there once was a time where on this show, we talked about movies and shows and stuff like all the time. As a matter of fact, so much so that if I made a video about video games, you niggas weren't trying to hear it. Then Gamergate happened, and we had to cover all of that. We kind of blew up a little bit, and then it flipped to where all I could talk about was video games. I put out anything regarding a TV show or a movie, and y'all niggas was like, can't see it. Ray Charles to the bullshit. Okay? So I say that because today we got to go back to an old grift from 2 years ago, The Witcher. They dropped a trailer, and we got to talk about it. Before you do, or before I do, I'm sorry. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 18,300 subs by next Thursday. We're very close. Once we get there, we can go ahead and go to the next goal. All right. Yeah, so help your boy out. Anyway, so The Witcher, okay? We used to cover this show all the time. We covered all of the nonsense regarding season one was great. You know what I'm saying? At least a good start. Henry Cavill blew away expectations as Geralt of Rivia. The rest of the cast was okay. You know, Ciri, Yennefer, all those were great characters. And then once that had the little success that it did, remember this was supposed to be Netflix's Game of Thrones. Once that had the success that it did, that's when they started letting people have free reigns to do whatever they wanted to do. And the young lady you're seeing, well, not young, but the lady you're seeing on the screen right now is Lauren Smith Hissrich, okay? One of those post-wall Karens, all right, who thinks she knows better than the fan base. She thinks she understands The Witcher better than the people who have already read it, already played the games, and she decided she wanted to give her own spin on what The Witcher is. Now, Henry Cavill got pushed out because Henry Cavill is a big fan of the Witcher books. Not to say much of the damn games. And he wanted to be more faithful to the source material, but that's not what Lauren Smith Hissrich wanted. She didn't want that. No. In seasons 2 and 3, she decided that she wanted to make it more focused on Yennefer and Ciri. Bitch, we didn't come here for that. We came here for Geralt of Rivia. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be some sort of Witcher aficionado. All right? I didn't read the books. I barely played the games. Okay? The Witcher 3, I ain't going to lie, I be getting my teeth kicked in that game. And then, honestly, I can tell it's a really good game. I just don't know if the combat is enough for me to be like, you know, super dedicated. But we'll go back to it at some point. What I'm trying to make here is, you know, talking to Witcher fans and hearing all of their gripes with the show, what can I say? So anyway, before we even get into the trailer, some of the controversy, you can see even Google AI can give you a little background on what happened with Henry Cavill. The drama surrounding Henry Cavill in The Witcher stems from his departure after season 3 and the subsequent recast of his role to Liam Hemsworth, which we'll get to in a moment. While the exact reasons are not fully public, multiple sources suggest creative differences between Cavill and the show's writers as a primary cause. As a self-proclaimed fan of the book series, Cavill reportedly pushed for greater accuracy to the source material, which clashed with the showrunner's more modern interpretation of the story. This led to conflicts behind the scene, culminating in Cavill's decision to leave the series. Now, what's funny is, later on, and I don't have it pulled up because I just thought about it. What's funny is after this happened and all of the backlash started happening towards the showrunners and behind the scenes people tried to do damage control. They literally tried to come out and slander Henry Cavill's name. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can try to find that. Okay, so while I was unable to find the exact post, so back during that time, you know, when we was covering it, there was a rumor going around. It was somebody had posted it online that claimed to have knowledge of what was going on behind the set, and it was being spread around. Eventually, it was just, you know, people kept saying it was neither substantiated nor was it kind of like, you know, I guess, how do you say, nobody came out and said it was a lie. You know what I'm saying? But here it is. So at least Google has, you know, some kind of thing going on with it. Rumors of on-set misconduct. A separate, unsubstantiated rumor surfaced claiming Cavill was difficult on set and mistreated female staff. This was largely circulated on YouTube and Reddit, but was quickly countered by sources defending Cavill. So that's what I'm saying. Like it was people that was defending Cavill, but it was nobody from from the Netflix side of things on the set that came out and said, "Hey, yo, we didn't put this out. This didn't come from us." You know what I'm saying? And the things about this set was substantiated by Bo DeMayo. Y'all remember Bo DeMayo, the one who gave us that really, in my opinion, masterpiece version of X-Men 97, not 94. Where he criticized The Witcher writers. He says the primary controversy involving Bo DeMayo and The Witcher was his 2022 claim on Instagram that some writers on the Netflix show actively disliked the books and the games. This sparked debate about the commitment. And if we can go to this article right here, because he said one of the requirements to work on X-Men 97 was that you had to actually like, you know what I'm saying? He says, I've been on a show, namely Witcher, where some of the writers were not or actively disliked the books and games, even actively mocking the source material. It's a recipe for disaster and bad morale. Fandom as a litmus test checks egos and makes all of the long nights worth it. You have to respect the work before you're allowed to add to its legacy. And Jesus, he deserves a Don DeMarco for that. And so now that you're up to date on all the controversy that happened, now we can go and look at the trailer. Let's see. Well, it's not a trailer. It's really a teaser for what Liam Hemsworth will look like. So let's take a look.
It's a wraith. Stand back. With these words, your mortal shall meet my fate with fiery hell.
Something ain't right. It just don't hit the same. Now, I don't want to listen. Liam Hemsworth, I don't want to criticize him too bad. He's getting a check. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had to replace the role. I mean, no, somebody didn't. They could have just canceled the show. But, you know, he's just collecting the check. And to me, that just seems so unserious. To me, he looks like he should be playing the Red Ranger, not the Witcher. I'm not Geralt of Rivia. I just don't. Plus, we already had the perfect person playing it. I know that it was controversial when they first announced that he was going to be playing Geralt. I'm talking about Henry Cavill. But he was a fan of the source material. I don't know about Liam Hemsworth. And plus, when I hear him talk and I see him, I'm like, bro, this is Thor. This is Thor. I'm sorry. Let's look at what the comments are saying. Maybe I'm wrong. Everyone is used to Cavill, but Liam is a better actor than Cavill. His eyes say... Based on what? Okay. Hey guys, please answer my question. Is this series worth watching? Season 1 is. This franchise... Hold on. This franchise could and should have been Game of Thrones level. Instead, Netflix hired people who don't like or respect the source material. Bingo. Great decision. Henry Cavill is a terrible actor. Horrible Superman. Horrible Geralt. I think that person's trolling. We got Geralt from Timu. He called him Geralt from Timu. To be honest, he doesn't look bad as Geralt, but the thing is, Henry was already established as Geralt. They should have just scrapped the whole series and started from scratch with Liam. Poor guy, they set him up for failure. Well, they didn't set him up for failure because he accepted the check. This was Geralt. You see how much more serious he looks? And we'll take the criticism. Like I said, in the beginning, people were saying that Henry Cavill was a goofy casting. And then they saw him and was like, wait a minute, let him cook. You see how much more serious he appears? With Liam, he doesn't look like a grown man to me. He looks like he should still be playing teenage roles. Like he looked like he should be the Red Ranger. He should be in the American Pie reboot. He should be in, I don't know, a Hot Chick remake. I don't know. A football movie where he plays the quarterback. I don't know. A high school football movie where he plays the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like Remember the Titans 2 or something. I don't know. But I can't see him as Garrett. He's too clean. He's too, I don't know. It just don't fit. This person's talking about what happened to Henry Cavill, bro. You like 3 years late. Absolute dog shit. Anyway, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Netflix fumbled the biggest bag of all time. Well, not of all time, but the biggest bag by not doing what all they had to do was follow the source material. And they let this woman come in and destroy all of that. And I'm going to say it. I've said it a great many of times. My light just went out. I've said it a great many of times on this platform. 90% of the women in Hollywood belong nowhere near a writing room. They belong nowhere near a writing room. Okay, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. As always, may the good be with you. I'll talk to y'all later.